Okay, guys, I'm off right now. I'm listening to Darryl Moore of ourselves. Let me turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in it a little bit. I'm not involved in a beef or nothing like that. I feel like both sides is wrong. Both Darryl Moore's side and Mikko, Conscious, all those sides. I know that Conscious and Jive is trying to pull people together. I understand that. I get all of that. Um, I feel like first of all, it's easy for me to break down an A team, okay? It's easy for me to do that because I'm not on anybody's side. Because when it comes to somebody dragging a woman and constantly doing it, especially when you're supposed to be doing a video about all the people involved in that video that you're doing, is just pertaining to that one woman. Like yesterday, he was supposed to be talking about all of them, and it wind up talking about Mikko. Um, And I guess it's because he felt like she was making a lot of videos about him or whatever else. Now, I'm not involved in this or anything like that. I did by, pulled up some public records on Darryl Moore, and all I could pull up was just a court case about him being divorced and about child custody battle. And that was it. Uh, but it seemed like on that side of the fence, they target Miko the most. Okay, and I noticed this. I'm not taking up for Miko or anything like that because I felt like, I was being dragged a little bit when it came to certain things, like when I made a video and they misunderstood the video, and then when I unsubscribed to the OnlyFans, see like I was being dragged a little bit when I gave the $5 um, for Cash App. Seem like I was being dragged a little bit. And they might say, well, no, we wasn't talking about you or nothing like that, but however, this is how the way I took it. I felt like I was being a little bit dragged, even though my name wasn't mentioned or anything like that. There was some comments that was made about only $5 Cash App or whatever else. It could have been meant for Darryl Moore or whatever. But anyway, I'm not siding with anybody. I said that last year. I'm not saying this person, I'm not saying that person. But the reason why I made a video last year was because I clearly heard Darryl Moore say to Miss Mako that if anything happened to his kids because of the videos that she was making, that he was gonna come up to Chicago and do something to her. Now I heard that with my own ears. Now it seems like if he said that, hey, you know, you come to Ohio, I have every right to do something to you. So he had to make it seem like, hey, the only time I could do something to you if it's in self-defense. And he had to say that on his platform. He can't come out there like he did last year. Uh, Now, he's been sued for threats, slander, stuff like that. Um, like I said, this just put my 2 cents in. There was questions that we people was asking last night. I fell asleep, obviously. And they was good questions. And one man asked, well, why are y'all targeting a woman? Why are y'all just going? I feel like this. If one side would stop, see, the 18 want them to stop over there. But it's like when they did stop, their name was being mentioned. Even though you wasn't beefing back and forth, you was still mentioning their name. When people want you to stop totally, they don't even want their names to be mentioned in their conversation. Like every once in a while, y'all mention Denise Wells' name, and she hasn't. I don't even think the woman made a video about you. So if you want people to stop, they don't even want their name to be mentioned in certain conversations that y'all have. So anyway, with the other side, it seemed like they finally got their stuff together. Now, I didn't hear everything because I was at work and I didn't have time to sit and really listen. All I just heard is that Mika left and felt like wasn't nobody defending her. Now, there are people who was besides Jive. You had D-Car, you had the Knockout Media. I felt like the guy who was talking to Daryl Moore about why him and Marcellus was attacking a woman, I think that he was trying to, in a way, defend um, But one thing about it is this. They finally, now the A-Team is finally talking about everybody that's on that side, Jai, Mikko, and all of that. But mostly videos have been targeted towards Mikko. Darryl had felt like she put abortus fetus out there, but she has said time and time again that I put those out there to talk about Andrea, because Andrea was saying at the time that she was pregnant, but you seen her on a video, drunk, probably smoking weed or something. She was doing some things that a pregnant woman shouldn't do. That made people question whether she was pregnant or not. So that's why that was posted up there. Mika has said time and time again when it came to what she has said about you claim that you have 2 dead kids and next week you don't have 4. She was trying to say that she wasn't trying to say that she was so literally take out your other 2 kids. She was saying that you was lying, that Darryl Moore was lying about having 2 dead kids, and next week he's going to lie about having 4. But again, people are hearing what they want to hear. It happens a lot. I deal with that type of thing too. Sometimes people just, because we live in that day and age where people want to live in their own reality. Years ago, you could go to a crazy house for living in your own reality. Nowadays, people can create their own reality. They can imagine that 2 plus 2 is 5 instead of being actually 4, because that's their reality. They want 2 plus 2 to equal 5. Now, I can see what Marcellus and all those said about, a preacher hooking up with a witch. And Conscious TV does practice witchcraft, stuff like that. But so does Larry Reed and even our Jordan with the astrology and horoscopes, all that stuff. And then they try to bring in a gospel inclusion. So I'm going to say this, even though I'm not siding with people or nothing like that, with the A-Team, I can see where you were pretty offended when your name was being mentioned, especially when false court cases was coming up about you being pimp, beating up people, and, all this other stuff about Darryl Moore. So I can understand where Darryl Moore was offended by that, because that's making people believe that he's all these terrible things that he's not. But I can see where the other side is saying, Darryl Moore has got these guns up there. He has went to Larry Reid's house, peeped at the window. With video, the fact that he was in front of Larry Reid's house and said, if he was the type person that people make him out to be, he would kicked out the door. He had been sitting up there, find out about people's addresses, knowing where everybody live at, contacting people's parents and family members about them and all that. But at the same time, with Miss Mikko, I can understand being upset about her calling people jobs and everything. I can understand where Miss Mikko and her friends are upset about the t-shirts that Darryl Moore did, but with her mugshots on it, and I understand that they mentioned about Jives doing t-shirts with Andrew Caldwell's face on it and stuff like that. But those wasn't his mugshots, I don't believe. But y'all have made like several t-shirts, the A-Team did. And then with this Mookie Brown calling these, y'all encouraging Mookie to call these women hoes, bees, and all this other stuff. It's just a mess. Both sides is wrong, I feel. There's already, Darryl Moore's already going to court for slander, defamation of character, and all this other stuff. And you would think that if people was being sued, they would stop and do other content, but other than that, it is what it is. So I'm not taking no side, I'm just giving my response. But if I was on Darryl Moore platform, I would exactly ask the question, why are y'all just mentioning this woman alone, where You got other content creators who are calling y'all out, like Conscious TV drag y'all that one night, baby, and y'all ain't do no video about him. Y'all did it about Mikko because she made a couple of videos the next day and all that stuff. So this is what I'm saying. I thought Kim was, doing her own thing, but she on the panel right now talking as well. But I understand her name was dragged by Miss Mikko as well. And a lot of stuff was said about her, and I understand they was upset when there was some allegation going out about Roxanne. So, I mean, all of this is a mess. Then y'all dragging Juanita Bynum in here, who don't have absolutely nothing to do with the beefing between y'all two. Let me see what they talk about right now.
You run out of food at the end of every damn month because you don't know how to shop. Go ahead. Call Mikko and call them and let them go ahead and give you some food.
Okay, they talk about Harlow. Harlow used to be over there. Now Harlow is over. It's just a mess. But y'all drag Juanita Bynum in here and talk about y'all need the videos to release of her snorting cocaine off of Mikko's chest. And I don't believe Juanita Bynum did cocaine since back over 10 years ago. Okay? When she got on Frank Ski Morning Show back around 2013, 2012, 2013, she mentioned that she had did all that, the drugs, the men, the women, and so I think at that time she was clean, and I think she stayed clean. I think that she had been a person who was hooked to drugs still, that she wouldn't have a ministry right now. She would be, she wouldn't be able to function like she is doing. And I think other people around her would have seen it as well. Now, I know exactly tell people that see it or anything like that. You had the failed marriage because of him cheating, going outside his marriage, getting with some type of stripper over friends, allegedly. But and stuff like that. But he was found dead later on in his hotel in New York City, which is kind of strange because how would nobody not know that he was there, being that he was a very popular preacher, well-known preacher. So we had a hotel room, found in a hotel room, have OD'd allegedly. And nobody knew about this until Sunday morning when he didn't show up for service to preach. And, he was dead since Friday. And that's when people started finding out Sunday that he had passed away. Was laying in New York City morgue. I should have turned off my notification. Anyway, so I think that with Juanita Bynum knowing about this, about these pastors blowing their brains out, the drug addiction, and then with her having to deal with mental illness back in the days as well, I think that, and then remember she had a sister who used to be addicted to drugs as well, who had left that lifestyle. So that encouraged her to leave that stuff alone as well, I believe. So to sit up there and say that now, as far as the women go, she might believe that it's okay to have a lady partner as long as it's one and not sleeping around with different women and stuff like that. I don't know because I don't know the prophetess. I don't know her. I only watch her on live and stuff like that. I don't know her that well. But to drag her name in this because of something that y'all have against Mikko, I feel like that is totally wrong. Now, I feel like both sides is wrong, about what's going on. It's a big mess. I think that what y'all need to do is just stop beefing back and forth. That's what I think. And just go to court, do what you have to do, um, and that's about it. Nobody's right in this case. No, not the 18, not the Mikko and her team. Nobody. But all y'all men sit up here dragging that one woman, and you got these men over on that side who have dragged you and stuff like that. This is one of the videos where you call it out everybody, but most of y'all videos been calling out that one woman. Second of all, why y'all still thinking that this lady, y'all didn't hear that video back and forth where she kept saying that she was saying that you, Darryl, claimed to have 2 dead kids, and that you will be lying next week about having 4 dead kids. She was not saying that she was going to take out your other 2 kids. She was saying that that you lied about having 2 dead babies, and that you will come next week lying that you have 4 dead kids. That's what she was saying. And then y'all got this Mikko, what is Mookie, this Mookie character, sit up here call her bees, hoes, and everything else, and I know that Jai did that with other people as well. So you're really not right in this case, but that's just my opinion. You know, um, I don't know what to say. I have seen the fighting back and forth. I'm glad Mikko and that girl got it together, Andrea, because I know that fallout was a mess. And that's another thing. Y'all having these fallouts on YouTube, live. Um, you need to have your fallouts behind the scenes, because this team, the 18, don't need to be seeing this stuff. I'm just saying. They don't need to be saying stuff. My nose is stuffy. I'm sorry if I'm sniffing. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm not taking no sides. I feel like both of y'all's wrong. Already, I don't know nobody on either side. I don't agree with astrology, horoscopes, practice of witchcraft, or nothing like that. I do watch some of I do watch his lives and stuff when he talk about the court cases and all of that stuff. But with Darryl Moore and Marcellus especially, um, y'all need to go hard on. If you don't drag anybody, go harder on the men than you do these women. I mean, y'all done got a mugshot, t-shirts, or this one woman. Nobody has made no t-shirts about y'all guys. Yeah, full of people court cases on both sides. Yeah, full of people court cases and other people court cases who don't even have a dog in this fight. So it's just a mess, but I'm just staying clearly out of it. I really am. I wash my hands, I'm staying clearly out of it. It ain't my fight. I'm doing what I do. Um, you know, the people who back me up is family on Facebook, and that's it. Um, but anyway, God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.